Okay, ZedRunner DIY detailer here. Let's go look at Project Subaru, shall we? Lucky I'm doing that because I've left the side lights on. First things first, needs a new key fob. We'll get around that. But here we go. From a detailing point of view, well, you can see the obvious, but it's got a huge bit of project work to do to start with. We're going to change all 4 tyres. We'll check all the suspension out. All this needs detailing, cleaning up. The rear suspension is going to get replaced because it's sagging. That's got to get done. And we'll put this back in as a spare. Get all this cleaned up. We'll do our best to get rid of these sorts of stuff. There's a lot of work doing to it. Bonnet catch doesn't work properly, and that is the before. I've just charged the battery, thrown it in, started up straight away. It's very low on power on the pickup, so there's a sensor gone somewhere, so we'll fix that. We'll go read the codes, but that needs sorting out. Inside, obviously we're going to get all the door jams done. We're going to get all the dash cleaned up and sorted out. The seats and bits and bobs done, everything we scrubbed down. Can't do an awful lot about stuff like this unless you replace it. I might get a very fine knife and bring that down, but you can see how easy that would be to damage. Everything else is going to get cleaned up. But it runs okay. It was all mouldy in here, but the previous driver has sorted it out. I'm doing this for my son just to get it up and running after a little bit of a layaway. Needs a lot of cleaning. If I can get that all shampooed and cleaned up. I haven't got a machine for it, so I'll have to see what I can do. Back seats aren't too bad. Just needs a bit of conditioning. There's a few scratches on them. A bit of a cleaning condition, that'll be okay. Couple of lights. Get through the MOT, that'll need replacing. Let's start it up. Oh yeah. That's the CD changer going nuts. I will try and find a replacement if I can. Stuff like neat little touches like these cup holders. That is jamming. So I'll get that all cleaned up and removed and cleaned up and lubricated. So that it will just glide out as it should and ping open as it should. So to be honest, a little bit of use, it might help. Yeah, that needs cleaning up. So we'll get all that done. Even details like in this will all be cleaned up. It runs okay. Here's the power thing I'm talking about. If you throttle it, oh, it's better than earlier. There's a lag and then it goes. It tends to drop right back down and then come back up. It actually stalled once. Buzzing and rattling is the heat shield on the exhaust, so we'll try and fix that as well because it sounds wretched. A lot of work to do. The first thing was getting the battery in it and seeing if it actually ran before we went and ordered loads of tyres and other bits and bobs. I've got the rear suspension already, so we're going to start work on that. I'm going to get some air in that tyre just so we can move the whole thing around a bit more. That's the job. Got some rust forming here as well, so we're going to treat that as best we can and paint it before it gets too much of a problem. All the door jams and stuff just need sorting. All that starts to work. So I'm going to get all this cleaned up. I had a bit of mould in here, so we're going to clean all that up as best as we can. Throughout. It gets used really hard, this car, so this is used as a truck pretty much. So we're even going to clean this though, scrub that. Parcel shelf, It's actually not too bad, there's no real rips in it, a couple little dings. I've got to get the front edge clean. You can see how clean it is inside. The front edge will clean up. It's not too bad. We can make this work. We can make this work. Find out what that rattle is. Other things to do. Door trim down here is loose. Got to restore the headlights. Cloudy, this one's leaking, so I've got to fix the leak. Get rid of the scuff if I can. Air in the tyres. Wow. Okay, so from this angle you can really see the rear end sag. That's what we're going to fix with the Pedders suspension upgrade, EZ Fit apparently. I'm going to do a code read now, see what's going on. So this is a simple ODB code reader. You can get them for about 10-20 quid online. I'm hoping it'll help me figure out what that stuffing is. I think there's a sensor problem. Just underneath the steering column, and there is where it's going to plug in. That's what it looks like plugged in. KWP2000. Okay, so we've got some issues. No error codes, so okay. Nothing seems to be a problem. It's one thing out of the way. Good news. So the good news is there's no error codes throwing up on the ODB2 scanner, so that's helpful, so we don't have to go buy like 100 quid, 200 quid sensors and stuff like that. The fluffing and hesitancy on the initial pickup, maybe just old fuel, maybe it's just a plug that needs looking at, so we'll take a look at that after we've run it around the block a few times, got it nice and warm. So first job, we'll do the major stuff first, knock that over. We're going to do the rear suspension, and then we'll give it a good old clean.